The Business Breakfast. Join the conversation.
With Richard Dean, Brandy Scott and Tom Urquhart.
This is Dubai Eye on One.
All right, let's have a look at one of the top subjects that we are covering on the show this morning, and that is whether or not we are seeing a war for talent as governments around the world, including ours, announce new expat visas, new work from anywhere visas, tax incentives to try and attract the best brains in. We are looking at why we're seeing a war for talent right now. We are very pleased to be joined by Mayank Patel, who is country manager of the manpower company Adecco for the Middle East. Mayank, good morning. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you. My pleasure. Very good morning.
So we've got new remote worker visas and golden visas here in Dubai. We've got freelance visas that Tom's been suffing out for everyone from flower arrangers to soap makers in Abu Dhabi. Special tech visas coming in Singapore, standalone visas in Saudi, tax breaks for remote workers in Greece. What is going on?
Yeah, I think, this is the most amazing phase or the exciting phase when it comes to the talent. I think globally we saw that during the time of pandemic there was redundancy, then there were emerging business. So what is happening is that every country is realizing that the future is going to be tech driven. More and more flexibility is required. So I think during this period we realized that there will be jobs which can actually operate from home. So if you see within UAE, the new initiatives taken by the government are really amazing. So if you have to attract the best talent, to drive your digital innovation, your data, your AI, or in that matter also for research and development and healthcare, you need to create that the location becomes much more attractive than it is. So I think if you see, most of the countries are trying to do that in terms of tax incentive. UAE, the golden visa is one of the most appreciated move where you can attract talent for 10 years of visa. So there is a sustainability which employee feels and a long-term affiliation with the location. So I think it's going to really intensify the best talent war for the large countries where they want to attract. And also what's happening is that, and we saw in most of our businesses, that earlier the talent landscape was very country specific, but now it's become globalized, because if a client wants, let's say, specific skill and the right talent is sitting in Spain, but with all the new regulations of freelance visa or somebody delivering the output from outside the country, the need for the right talent is going to be globalized. So there is a war where every country or every business is looking for the best talent to drive the next phase of innovation.
How does that fit, though, with the global redundancies, the layoffs that we have seen? We're not immune to them, and we know that. But how are countries having to work so hard to get people in when surely employers and jurisdictions should be holding all the cards? Who's actually in a position to pick and choose at the moment?
See, I think if you ask me the current stage, the employer has an edge because, as you rightly mentioned, there were redundancy, there is an ample of talent available to hire. But then also the critical aspect is that when we are talking about niche technologies or the sectors where the technology or R&Ds were much more dependent. So what happened is that, we all were talking a lot that every employee should focus on reskilling and upskilling themselves. But with redundancy, we found that every employee the employer should invest more on the reskilling and upskilling of their skills which are required for the future. So yes, there are employees available, but is that matching with the need of the organization? So critical needs, there is a talent war. And example, I can tell you that within UAE market, when we see logistics or an e-commerce as a sector, we receive a lot of inquiries on a daily basis. But due to the visa ban, we were not able to provide that much talent. So it was a very unique situation created during the pandemic, that there are sectors which requires more talent and less availability, and there were a lot of redundancy into particular sector. So I think my take on this would be, today the employer is in a position to negotiate, but if employee starts investing on their skill for the future, I think it would be still a 50-50 win-win situation for both employer as well as an employee.
What does top talent want at the moment? All these different visas and schemes coming out. Is what attracts people to a job or a country at the moment changing with COVID?
Yes, I think it's changing. And as you rightly mentioned that, in our business, when we reach out to candidates on a daily basis, I think one of the need earlier days was that, what is the growth prospects, or the compensation was a key factor along with the quality of life. But I think with COVID, what has happened is it's how the employee see as in an organization, the stability has become one of the key factors, that how stable the organization is from its financial, from the way they operated, the way they behaved during COVID, what they did for employees, what was the percentage of redundancy, what measures they took to safeguard the employees' future, and what kind of mental and emotional intelligence they demonstrated during this time. I think these are the key factors, and as from a country perspective, what were the government support, what intervention government did to support employment during the COVID time. So I think it's changing, and it will change very fast, rather than only designation or a compensation driven. It will be more about stability and flexibility of an organization. And the critical part is how organization will invest into upskilling the skills for the talent.
Yeah, I've heard someone say that what companies are going to be judged on in the future, and whether it's as being good employers of choice, or even just when they open their mouths again post-pandemic to start talking about CSR, it won't be what they've done during this pandemic, because companies have all had to make hard choices, let people go. It'll be how they've done it.
Exactly. Because each business, I think we all know that, there was a time where we have to survive this tide. So it was a matter of survival. So each organization has to take tough decision. But how it was taken, whether it was a collective decision, whether it was keeping in mind solidarity across the board, or only impacting a particular segment of people. So I think this how is going to make a lot of choice for an employee when they're choosing an organization for future.
Okay, but looking at it from the other side, Mayank, you mentioned tech earlier, but who are governments like ours, like Singapore's, like the Greek government, who are they trying to attract? Can you be more specific?
So they are trying to attract people who so there are two critical aspects. One is a talent which can help. See, many organizations always had a thought in the boardroom to do digital transformation or a transformation of the entire processes and workforce. Now I think it has become inevitable. So they realize that, the work can still operate the same way it is, but with a digital skill. So the governments or the organizations are looking for talent which can help them in the technology transformation, more of data and analytics, because I think the new currency would be data. So they need people who can analyze data and then create the right output for analyzing the trend for the future. And definitely, I think there is a lot of emphasis on research and development for many organizations, primarily because if you innovate, all the organizations today have the one pressure is to reduce the cost. How you can innovate and still be agile in the market to have impact on your SG&A to improve your profitability.
Thanks very much for insights this morning. Mayank Patel, Country Manager of the Manpower Company Adecco Middle East, speaking to us about the emerging war for talent.